everyone, welcome back to another video here from the FPL Seal. Now today I'm going to be going through how I did in Game Week 10 and how I'm setting up for Game Week 11, maybe going through some talking points. Now in Game Week 10 I got 76 points, pretty happy with that, went from 119k to 77k. The team did okay. I mean, Cancelo, De Bruyne, Martinelli, Tony and Trippier, Castagne and Saha did very well. Haaland a little bit disappointed with only a goal there, but what are you going to do? And plus he was like 200% owned, so I wasn't going to gain anything. I was actually losing stuff from his goals, so maybe it's best he stood a little quiet there. Pope has been quite disappointing. James is injured, so we have a talking point there. Madison was very disappointing. I was very lucky with the 7 points from Castagne, but hey, sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not. Now the bench, Mitrovic was injured. I kept him. Andreas on the bench with 6 points. Should have probably played him, I don't know, but I didn't see a goal coming from him. Neco Williams buried on the bench with his 1-pointer, and Iverson not doing anything. Now, just to go through my league here before we get into the team for the next game week. I am in second place in the league, and Piers McBride is still on top. He is on top of the league with 634 points. Very good season for Piers so far. But we are all closing in on him. I think we're all looking at how he is doing and hoping to gain some momentum and leapfrogging him in the table. Now let's take a look at how we're setting up for game week 11. So this is the team without any transfers for game week 11. We have Pope in goal, we have James, Cancelo and Castagne, we have Saha, De Bruyne, Madison, Martinelli, we have Mitrovic, Haaland and Tony. On the bench we have Trippier, Neco Williams and Andreas. Now theoretically I could go into this game week and just not make a transfer, just play Trippier instead of James and hope for the best, or Andreas instead of James. I mean, he scored last weekend. But the way I see it, James, it looks like he's going to be out for at least the Aston Villa game. And we could be set because, as you can see, it's the 16th of October, the 19th and the 22nd here. So we might be looking at Aston Villa, Brentford and Man United all out. Chelsea are hoping he'll be back for Brentford, and they're hoping he'll be, at least be back for Man United, but they can't say for certain. So I think if he's gonna miss these two games and you're just holding him for Man United, you might as well just sell, look elsewhere, and we're gonna go through some replacements. So replacements for James: Cancelo, 61 points. If you don't have him, I wouldn't go for him right now. I mean, it's Liverpool next. I expect Liverpool to score in that game, and then it's just a blank. So after the blank, you're free to go for Man City, and I encourage you to do so, but for now it's kind of an avoid for this game week. Trippier, if you don't have him, sure, he's a decent pick. I mean, he just seems to tick along very nicely. It's very nice. Saliba, same as Cancelo. Dyer, I don't really see the appeal. I don't understand why he has so many points. I mean, he scored 2 goals, but Everton, sure, could be a clean sheet, but then it's Man United, Newcastle. I don't really like those fixtures. So there are other ways to go. If you want to stay in the Chelsea side, you could just go for Thiago Silva, who's played 90 minutes in all games except for the Wolves game. So you might look at that and think, okay, he's had his rest. Same can be said about Chilwell, who had a rest against Wolves. Looks very attacking. I'm tempted to go there. So Cucurella could come in. I mean, Chelsea have decent fixtures, should be able to deliver some clean sheets here. So if you want to go maybe Lewis Dunk at Brighton, you could just go with him. Brentford, Nottingham Forest, pretty decent. He hasn't really been attacking this season, but then again, I don't think any of the Brighton players have. I mean, nothing here from Weltman. I think he is the highest point scoring defender from them, yeah. So I don't think there's a really option there, but if you want to go for it, you could. Everton have a really nice run of games from game week 13 onwards, so could take a punt on one of their players, hope that they get something out of Tottenham and Newcastle, but again, I don't see the point in it. I think we have a lot more, better chances for points if we don't go for that. You could try the Perisic way and hope he does well against Everton, Man United, but I just don't think he'll play all 3 games. I think he'll miss the Newcastle game if anything. And then there's, Wolves, who I would want to go with, like Johnny. He's played all games for them. It's very easy. But if you look at the last 3 results, Man City 3-0, 2-0 against West Ham, 3-0 against Chelsea. Even with these fixtures, I'm not sure about their clean sheet potential. So I think it's a difficult choice. To each their own. I will probably end up on a Brighton defender without committing to it. It's either that if I go cheap, or if I go expensive, it'll either be staying with Chelsea, going for Chilwell or Cucurella, or possibly just going with Perisic as a punt. Maybe even Doherty at Tottenham, with Emerson Royale being suspended and all that. Doherty might be a decent punt. I didn't even notice he was suspended until 23rd. So he misses these games. So Perisic, Sessegnon, Doherty all become options. You just have to kind of guess who's going to be nailed. Other than that, I'm not going to be making any more transfers. I think if you're trying to remove Mitrovic, if we get bad news on Mitrovic, I'll probably remove him. I'll go probably Kane. Maybe I'll go all the way down to Daka or Edouard at Crystal Palace, because they have very nice fixtures. If we look at Saha here, Leicester, Wolves, Everton, Southampton, it's just these fixtures are really nice. Having double Crystal Palace attack isn't that bad. Bobby Firmino, just to point it out, he has scored 2-1, blank 2-1, and he has started 4 games for Liverpool. So I think you could possibly just go for him. I mean, Liverpool after Man City have West Ham, Nottingham Forest and Leeds. You could go Darwin as well. I think Darwin will be more nailed, but I really like Bobby Firmino. If he has the minutes, I really like him as an option. But other than that, I don't think there are many options that you could go with. Maybe Wilson at Newcastle, but their fixtures for the next 4 are kind of up and down. It's Man United difficult, then Everton, which is not easy for a goal scorer, but probably better defensively. Tottenham, difficult, and then Aston Villa, which is fine. Again, to each their own, but these are some options that you could go with. These are the options that I'm considering. We'll see how it goes. But right now, I might as well roll a transfer. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing, helping grow the community. The videos hopefully will get better very soon. I'm very busy, so I'm trying to just get these videos out for you guys so that you at least get a team selection video from me. Hopefully I have some plans, and hopefully I'll be able to execute them very shortly. But yeah, that's basically going to be it, guys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.